Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the Homeless Surfer channel. Destry Wade, your homeless surfer, sitting here in San Diego, California. Damn it, we lost yesterday, 8-2. Stupid Detroit came into San Diego and whooped us in the first game, which really sucks because we're supposed to be like competitor this year, right? Well, we have been for the last couple of years, but we're supposed to do it this year finally. Not a good start, guys. Not a good start. But anyway, welcome back to my channel. I really love having you guys here. I'm sorry, our channel, a place we can all talk, unwind, and look at the world as it is. Start trying to figure out all this craziness around us, without religion and without politics getting involved. We set those aside. Let's just look at the spiritual world and what's right and what's wrong, and what is true and what is not true. It's really a simple formula in life that really makes a big difference. Before I get into that, I want to do a couple things today. Almost got my book done. It's going to print next week, I think. But I'm going to need help getting the manuscripts printed. That's costly. I mean, not costly, but 50, $100. So I don't got, but I'm ready to move. And we're coming into that quarter, and I could really use guys' help. So a couple things, please, I beg you, because I really want this to happen, and I'm willing it to happen, and we're going to make it happen, with or without you. But please help. It'd be so much quicker, because I feel like I'm a guy walking across a creek, stone by stone by stone, and every time I step on another stone, I have to balance, and it just takes forever. It's taking forever, and I'm anxious. I want this to get done. So anything you can do, like, subscribe, all that stuff on YouTube. You guys know what to do. If you watch YouTube, you totally know what to do. So please help out. Donate some cash. Buy a book. I've got a lot going on. And I got a free download. I'm going to put it on today's comments. I believe I'm going to try. We'll see. But it's just a free book it's for online safety for your grandkids or your kids. It's just opening up. I designed it to open up the discussion with your kids on time on the internet, time on, getting stuck on those screens. It really is a serious problem. I've been watching it lately. I don't even pull my phone out of my pocket when I'm outside, just in case someone decides to rob me. These guys walk around. No wonder they're so easily stealing your shit. You're holding it in your hand, they grab it, and they got access to basically your entire world. So anyway, it's designed to help kids not be so intense. And we need to come up with outdoor programs and reading programs, get kids off the internet and start holding a book. Seriously. Keeping in mind, that's what this whole channel started out to be, was me selling the books, because I really believe kids need a freaking option other than just staring at the damn screen. My grandsons don't play sports. Their parents aren't interested in getting them in sports because they're sitting there playing their sports, my kids, on freaking on the what do they call it thing? I call it Nintendo, whatever. The PlayStation shit, the online gaming, and so they're not playing with their kids. They're not getting out running around, throwing balls, doing any of that shit. So these kids aren't gonna even grow up with that ability. It's gonna suck. We're gonna have robot freaking NFL someday because we got nobody to play because they're all looking at a screen, wanting to watch it, or wanting to play first version like in the game, which is a really scary thing too if you actually watch it. Because these games are insane. They're running through the world in a city and they're just shooting people. Dude, there's enough sick people out there that start thinking that shit's for real. So, the whole thing about online, it needs to calm down a little bit. So hopefully books and information that goes with that. I'm not saying online's bad. I love it. One for this and for you and for the YouTube and for the AI, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. This is what allows a homeless guy to figure out a way off the street and hopefully down the road direct others to do the same. But the youth should not be wrapped up like this. We got to get them out. My mom never had to tell us to go out and play. That wasn't an issue. Her biggest issue was it's got to get light before you go out and play. Or once it's dark, you got to come in the house. We hated that shit. Just because it's dark, I'm still playing. I'm having a great time. Totally flip-flopped world, I'll tell you. Now kids get mad when mom says go outside. You actually saw an ad the other day where they were telling kids 1 hour of play, right? You got to tell kids to go play. There's something fucked up. So let's unfuck ourselves. And I've got the free. I'll try, like I said, I'll try to put it in the comments. I'm not that good at it yet, but getting there, getting there. So it'll come out. You'll see it popping up, and when I do get it, and I get confirmation, um, I'll let you know. Oh, because what I found out about that confirmation thing was like the Cash App channel. I didn't do the ID part. So it didn't even really set up. I thought I had Cash App, and they gave me the Cash App name or whatever. I don't know what you call that. I got my handle, HomelesSuufer, but I didn't set it up with a bank account. And now I've done all that. So please throw me $100. Come on, man. Jeez. Don't make me rob your house. No, I'm fucking with you. I wouldn't do that. Well, I might, but no, we're in the positive side, man. That kind of stuff's gone. In fact, weird thing to say, the first thing that came to me when I came out of my coma and got back on the street and started feeling better was I can't steal shit. It's not allowed. Stop stealing shit. I mean, and I always looked at it as, hey, I'm taking my dinner tonight, whether you want me to or not. I'm going to come in the store and take it. And actually, some people think that's fine, but it's not because you're not, ask, trust in nature, trust in the energy, trust in the blanket. It's coming to you if that's what you seek. Put that in your mind. You'll get fed. And there's plenty of places to go eat, but little things like sunglasses and a lot of the stuff I've had to do for this channel, I would have never bought before. I would have just took it. So I don't want to do that no more. I'm not doing that no more, but I am asking you to help out. I'm getting more people. I love you guys. Thank you. And please remember, tell your friends, just for the old man, help an old homeless guy. If you hand a guy on the street $1 who's going to go buy booze or drugs to try to help him out, take that money and send it to me because I'm going to do something. Not only am I going to build myself up and you're going to help a guy get better, which is awesome, but that once we get there, I don't want the fucking money. Money's a complication. Every evil thing, every bad thing in this freaking world comes from money. The chasing of money, the holding of money, the protecting of money. It's all just evil. Our whole government is fucked by money because they've been bought. They're bought and paid for. And they have to serve their money masters because unfortunately in America, to get elected, you got to freaking have the money, which again makes the whole thing evil and corrupt. There's nothing wrong with having money that you earn. Nothing. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're going to help people, make sure it's going to the right places. Because right now you're handing it to the government who has no interest in you or anyone else, only their self-interest. And dude, I get that too. I would hate every 2 years to have to go fight for my job in front of 30, 40, 50,000 people in your neighborhood that, trying to convince them that you should keep your job. You better be doing a good job. But unfortunately, because of the money, it gets skipped out like that. So it's no longer about for the people, of the people, by the people. It's by the corporations, for the corporations, for my self-interest. So anyway, that's my rant. No politics, no religion. But anyway, yeah. So what was I saying there? See, I lost track again. Oh, like, share, donate, do those things for me, please. That makes a big difference. I got nothing coming in right now other than my little $500 check. And by God, I did the budget again, and I keep rewriting it. It just gets worse and worse because you really get to a point in business where if you want to make it, you gotta get help. You can't run it as slow as I'm running it, I think. I probably can. Realize this. I am an impatient human being by my very nature. I got ADD and I don't like waiting on stuff. I used to drive my friends nuts with that stuff, but I won't even go into all that. But yeah, just for example, what's coming up? Let's see, just printing needs. I've got to print out all the business paperwork. I've got the articles of incorporation. I've got the operation agreement. I've got, it's gonna be $20 and just print costs right there. I can't because by the time I buy the business cards, and that's part of printing too, because the cards are YouTube cards. I'm going to pass them out on the beach to get people to come to the YouTube channel. Breakfast at Kono's or coffee at Kono's. And then, and then I've got to print, that's the business paper, the business cards, the novel's done. I finished that. I'm going to read a little bit of it to you today so you can kind of get a gist of what I did. And then I need to make some sample books of Jay and Gray's adventures, so I can take them around, show them off, and get myself into some book fairs and other things that it's going to take to move those books. I want to sell 1 million books this year. That's my goal. Now, my business plan is more realistic. My lofty goal is 1 million books. Now, you know what that does? I don't know how to tell you. Just tell you this: it's $9.95 a book for me to print it, or for to sell it. My print cost is about $1.50 a book, so the rest is profitable, other than the mailing costs. So, how about buy a book? It'll really make a difference. But my goals are big, especially on the novel, because I think you'll like the novel. I really do, and I'm writing it. So, but maybe that's the thing. You always like what you write, but I'll give myself credit for this. All my life, I was told I was a good writer. From the time I was a little boy in elementary school, good writing just meant you could form a sentence properly with a period at the end of it. But as I got into high school and into college and into business, my writing is good. I mean, I can go on to AI and ask them to do these things, just write this and write that. I don't think they're half as good as I am, because they don't have human contact. And that's one of the weird things about talking to these lawyers. There's a lot of lawyers that are afraid of AI taking their jobs. And people got to stop doing that shit. That's not going to happen, unless you fall behind. I mean, the guy that ran around and delivered ice to ice boxes in the 1900s, by 1930, if he was still trying to do that, he was out of work, because the guy that was smart learned to work on refrigeration while it came out. So then he just switched his ice delivery to maintenance on the freaking refrigerator, so you didn't lose your food. That's how it is with AI, guys. It's not scary. And I'm telling you, these attorneys are scared of it. But even greater example yesterday on the news was a lawyer in the Supreme Court giving a brief who used AI to do it. Turned out the justices happened to notice that none of these cases actually existed, because AI hallucinates. It makes shit up. It's so weird, because isn't that a human factor, man? That's one of the biggest, weirdest things about humans. We can't stand blank spots. We got to fill in the blanks no matter what, even when we do it with bullshit. And that's where all the bullshit comes from. And the worst thing is, our human history story has so many gaps and breaks in it that everybody just filled it in. You know what I mean? And those that didn't want to fill it in. They wanted to be told what it says, because that's easier to be told than actually research yourself. Um, yeah, you know, they they let someone else fill in those gaps, and that's even worse. So anyway, yeah, my glasses keep breaking. I can't see. There's another thing. I can't even afford to buy glasses, dude. And normally I just go down and shoplift that stuff, but can't do it. I made commitments, man. I made commitments. And once you know, and once you commit, you better stay there. It's safer, because you start wishy-washy now, dude. It's not the time for wishy-washy shit. It's just not. But anyway, so yeah, I could really use some help. So like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help a brother out. I think I have everything set up right. It's getting there, more and more and more and more. The website for sure. I'm budgeting that in, because I'm putting the books on the internet, and I'm going to start. I said straight couldn't tell. Search engine optimization, SEO. That doesn't cost me anything, because I do have friends that can help with that. I got technical friends, so that's cool. That really makes a difference, because otherwise, I wouldn't know what to do on a freaking website. I didn't even know you had to go pay for free. You get free URL, but then they charge you for web hosting, or you pay for the URL and you got to pay for web hosting. It's crazy. No wonder everyone's getting rich. So get online, man. Get it going. But yeah, so gonna get those books going. I got the internet going, so I could really use the help, guys. I really could. If you love me, if I do anything to help you feel better in a day, help me get this done, because I want to keep it moving. And even more so, I know the time is coming where I better have some money in the bank, or I'm going to be sitting on that damn street again. And though I'm called the homeless surfer, I call myself that because I was homeless for 10 years, not because I'm still there. I worked my way out of that. Even with a heart attack, thank God for friends. They call them advocates. Never even heard of that shit when I was a kid. But yeah, homeless advocates, two girls that happened to grow up with me, that knew me when I was young and good looking and full of shit. Actually, one of them I tried to date. She turned me down. Rich girls don't date poor boys from PB. La Jolla girls don't date in PB. PB girls are lucky when they get to date boys from La Jolla, according to our neighborhood traditions. But anyway, I'm going to try to slow down, because I do notice that when I get rolling on shit. I think it's because I'm trying to stay on point before I lose it drifts, so I talk really fast. So I want to slow down so we can understand, so you can understand what I'm saying a little better. Because even I couldn't understand, even though I know what I said. I was like, what did I say there? I don't remember saying that. But anyway, so I'm going to try to start slowing down. Funny thing is, there's a bunch of shit online. Everybody's an expert these days. You ever notice that? Always an expert about everything. Oh, and the funniest thing is these YouTube experts. Well, call us for the class today. Dude. YouTube's pretty self-explanatory. Just follow through, play with it. No one's going to tell you how to. And the funny thing is, too, one guy says do this, do shorts, do this. The other guy says don't do shorts. They take away from your long view. Okay, I'm doing just long view because I'm too lazy. I can't cut that shit. I don't know how to do that yet. Maybe someday I'll laugh at myself. Say, oh, that was so easy to learn. Now I can rock it. But today, no, I'm just doing this. This is it. Want to sell the books. Want to grow up the channel. Want to create a community of people that are like-minded, because that's what community is. In our country, see, here we go. Well, no, this isn't religion or politics. This is just human nature. Why is it that a community can't just be those people of that community that enjoy meeting and being together? Why does a third person have to come in and say, well, I want to be in your community, but you got to change your community to match me? No, no, no. Hey, why I don't go to Utah? I don't like things in Utah. So I don't go to Utah. I'm not part of their community. Trust me, everything I do, my lifestyle doesn't fit in the traditional Utah lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But so that's it. You don't go. So why would people want to go jamming into a society and say, or in a community and say, I want to be part of this community, but this community's got to change because you guys are this or that? Well, then go to another community. There's hundreds and thousands of communities in America. That's the thing that nobody seems to understand when they're coming over here causing shit. Is there's a whole communities out there of everybody. Why you got to come to my community and jam that shit up my ass? I don't like the way you live. I don't like your community. I don't dislike your community, but I don't want to hang out with you. I hang out with who I hang out with. Maybe it's localism, man. Growing up on the beach, there was definitely localism. We freaking hanged out with ours. But so did everybody else. They really did. If you lived in PB, it wasn't about race or religion or color. It was about you lived in PB. 92109, we hang out together. We're cool. We're locals, 92058 up in Lowell, they're hanging out together. They're cool. They're and hey, once in a while we clash each other, but that's just being young and stupid. It's not real. This is, oh, you dated a friend of mine, girlfriend. Oh my God, I'm gonna kick your ass. Yeah, and you know what? It got really serious for a while, that got, especially the local surf spots. Until a friend of mine from La Jolla, who was actually a Mormon kid that I went to church with, got in a fight at a surf spot at Windansea, hit this kid, just hit him once in the face, but unfortunately the dude fell down and died. So wouldn't you know that? That's how I could see my screw ups being, but no. So anyway, he fell down and died, and this guy's in prison for his whole life. The strange thing, and the reason I bring that up is that's kind of when it started mellowing out a bit more. It's like, hey, the beach is bitching, and this is more how I look at it now. The beach is bitching. Who wouldn't want to come to the beach? Everybody loves the beach. The ocean's cool, the sun's hot, the sand's warm, the girls are beautiful, the boys are beautiful. Everybody's running fun, having fun. They're not there to be intense, and when they are, mostly that's when they push it out, man. Even people that aren't from the beach don't like negativity at the beach. So anyway, and again with that negativity, see, really been having crazy. See, last night I had a dream. Now I've told you about the visions, but I know the difference between visions and dreams. I had a dream last night. I was fighting Darth Vader. Crazy, huh? Me and Darth Vader were in a fight, and I was rolling around and punching him and shit. And then right before I woke up, I punched him in the face. But as soon as my hand hit his face, it was my dog. I was so bummed, dude. I felt so shitty this morning for that. Because I came out of a dream and I was fighting with Darth Vader, and somehow my dog I hit him. No, I mean, he didn't even yelp or anything. It wasn't like that. But it was just a fact of, holy shit, man. I'm gonna move my dog down to my feet now when I sleep, because I cuddle with him when I sleep like a little kid with a teddy bear. That's really soft. And he doesn't breathe in my face or anything, so he's cool. And he got a bath yesterday, so last night he smelled terrific. because I use Aussie on him. Aussie's good. It's moisture balance. I check the pH and all that crap. And yeah, works good. Smells good too. Your dog can smell so good with Aussie. Go with Aussie Moist. You're fine. The pH on a dog is perfect. Better actually than the pre-manufactured stuff for dogs. Like I always crack up about that stuff. Why now all of a sudden, after thousands and thousands of years with no doctors know everything, and we have to have them. No, shut up, man. Is it back to the experts, huh? Everybody's a damn expert. Why? Because you spent 6 years reading books about how other people's body works? Forgot one thing. Everybody's different. Yeah, we have similarities. Hell yeah. My lungs, my heart, my liver, the process of the internals of my body do the same shit. Sorta. I mean, why can I go out and get sunburned all day long with no cancer, and I've got a grandma that goes or a mom that goes out for 10 minutes and gets cancer in the sun because she doesn't have the pigment to do it. It's hard for her because she was a surfer too. But that's why they have rash guards. Anyway, so yeah, nobody's an expert, but now all of a sudden they are. Like dogs. All of a sudden, dogs need shoes. Are you freaking serious? Dogs used to chase behind horses all the way going out west, where people just let the dogs out and they ran around the neighborhood. I remember my grandma, when we get up in the morning, the first thing she'd always say is, "Let the dog out," and then the dog would go do his business wherever. It was like that, but it wasn't like that. I mean, that's what dogs did, and I had to go out and clean up the shit in my front yard from other dogs too. So it wasn't. It's like you clean up shit either way. Now it's a little. I like it better now. You just clean up your own dog shit, but dogs don't need shoes. They don't need fancy dresses and ballerina shit. So weird. Anyway, dogs need love because all they are is a big bundle of love. My dog just stays at my feet, walks next to me all the time, and looks up to me. And I love it. And when I stop, he wants to come up and sit higher so he can like be at eye level with people. So wherever I stop, it's usually on a wall or something where I can pick him up. Anyway, enough about my dog. Loving my monkey. But yeah, so hopefully these books will be coming out hard. But I could really use the help. It's time. It's time to start soliciting. I said I was gonna, and trust me, I flip flop back and forth. If you said this one day and then come back at me the next day because I changed my mind, fuck you. I changed my mind. I grow, or I rethink it because that happens too. Well, what I was thinking there, I missed out on that part, so that makes this part different. Get real, man. I watched on with again back to the ball. These guys, they flip flop. Yeah, no, it's not flip flopping. It's growth. You can see flip flopping, but typically people grow and change their minds and opinions. Trust me. I grew up in the '70s. The world was a different place back then, and we grew forward. It's not what it was then. We're unfortunately, it seems like it's kind of gone worse, but it's different for sure. But anyway, before I finish up today, I just want to share this with you. I've been writing this. I'm done writing the book. This is the novel. It's a combination of what happened in the coma, out of the coma, how my life changed. What if you know me, I am not the same Destry that I was 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not. I was very, very different. And I changed through miraculous interruption of my life, and now, crazy to say, I'm being given messages, and it's weird. I don't want to go there because then you will think I'm fucking crazy. I probably am. A lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol, a lot of craziness, sleepless nights, and things like that. But nonetheless, what I know, and I can't go against it. It's not allowed. It's just not allowed. Once you're given the truth, you can't lie. You can't take the truth away. It doesn't work like that. When I was growing up, the one of the things that I was taught was about an iron rod. It was a parable or something that I was taught at church, and I always liked the story. I thought it was a good story, but I believe at this point in my life, it was misinterpreted by the religion that basically wrote it. and they got to admit, nothing wrong with the Mormons, but they've changed their mind a couple times on a couple things that are, yeah, you wonder why. Political nature of everybody, We have to fit in. We don't want to stand out, especially when you grow up Mormon, because you're taught all about your polygamous past and, the pioneers, because polygamy had to move. And, uh, yeah. So, and they changed their mind on that one so they could become a state of Utah. We go back to Utah, huh? Anyway, let me show you what this is. So, this is chapter 14. Because once you know something is true, structurally true, not conditionally, you don't get to step outside of it anymore. You don't get to ignore it when it's inconvenient. You don't get to set it aside when it costs you something. You don't get to pretend you didn't see it. That option disappears. That's the first cost. Permanence. Everything becomes connected, not conceptually, operationally. You see how decisions link to outcomes before they happen. We also call that experience. You see how behavior creates consequences without delay, even when the visible result hasn't shown up yet. You start recognizing trajectories, people, systems, environments, where they're going, what they're going to produce, not as a prediction, as structure. That sounds like clarity, and it is. But clarity doesn't make things easier, it removes excuses. And once excuses are gone, the responsibility increases. Not externally, internally. You know what aligns, you know what doesn't. And now that every decision sits inside that understanding, that's pressure. Constant. There's no off switch. You can distract yourself for a while. You can move, you can change environments, but the structure doesn't change. So the awareness follows you everywhere. That's the second cost. Continuity. Most people get breaks. They can step away from things, they can compartmentalize, they can live differently in different spaces. But that stops. You become consistent whether you want to or not, because inconsistency is visible to you. And once you see it, you feel it immediately. That's what most people avoid, not truth, the feeling that comes with violating it, the feeling that becomes unavoidable. That's when restraint shows up, not as discipline, as necessity. You stop doing things not because you're trying to be better, because you can't tolerate the misalignment anymore. It's just a little snippet of the book. Um, I really like it. It's giving me the chills, and I feel like I'm directed to write it. I know I'm directed to write it. It's not even I feel. I know, because the words are coming to me, and I'm getting it right now again. And hopefully you feel it. Hopefully it comes through this screen to you, and you feel it, and there's the truth. It's truth. The iron rod. Oh, that's why I've lost you on a minute there. The iron rod was designed or formatted was used to explain the line of truth in life. Strange thing, right after my COMUNITY came out, I started looking deeper into other religious viewpoints, other philosophical viewpoints, other spiritual viewpoints from around the world. Because the beauty thing about the computer is that you can look at everything. And the iron rod of truth runs through all of them. It's not different. It's maybe spoken different. The wording is different, but the bottom line meaning, the foundation is solid as a rock, and it's not changing. So if you either hold on to the truth or you let it go because it's just too inconvenient, too difficult to do. And I'm not in that position anymore. If you are, good for you, I guess. I spent 58 years completely ignorant of it, not understanding it at all. And now, yeah, I see everything different. And you can't go back. You really can't go back. It's like if you see God, right? Are you going to be able to deny him? Could you? Big question. Guys, that's it. I love you. Hang with me. Buy something. Send me some money. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Really, it helps. And I believe we have a mission to serve here, a thing to do that we need to do. And I'm not looking to buy things. I'm looking to help others find that mission. And unfortunately, our world made money about everything. I wish we could just go pick a cave and move in because no one else is in there. But it ain't like that anymore. I wish I could just go grow some vegetables, some fruit, have a little cow and a chicken, and take care of myself without money. Can't do it. And that sucks. But I do it mostly. I really do because I don't like the money thing. Real quick, I saw a lot of my family over money break apart. To this very day, there's members of family that I used to gather on Sunday afternoons after church with 9 uncles and aunts. And each of them had 3, 4, 5 kids at this point. So there's like 60 people plus grandma and grandpa. Whitney sitting there, my actual name, Whitney. We're sitting there. And it was wonderful and it was fun and we played and we laughed and we enjoyed the day. 10 years later, those people didn't talk to each other much anymore. Some of it was, you move away, you grow older, you get busy in your own life. But a lot of it was, I should have got more of the inheritance than you. And that's the part I took away. Anyway, enough. I love you guys so much, man. Thank you for being part of my community. Thank you for helping me grow slowly. It's a good thing. This isn't a get rich quick scheme for me. This is a confessional, a gathering of a community that think alike, that want the same things I want, which is love, peace, prosperity for all. And I don't mean financial, just prosperity in your life, fruitful, gainful, and blessed. All right, guys. Oh, by the way, a surf report. We're expecting a south swell. The high pressure system's moving out, so we're going to cool down, and that'll bring in the low pressure, which pushes the waves from the south to the north. So hopefully, predictably, we may get some surf this weekend. I hope so. So I'm going to go down tomorrow and Sunday and try to get some rides. Love you guys. Rock on. Rock on, Garth. Rock on, dude. Blew that one, didn't I?